I guess everybody can hear me okay. My name is Joshua Kirsh. I'm your mayoral park board appointment to the park board, and by way of that, I am also the park board's appointment to the planning commission. So what I really want to do is kind of give you guys all a brief history of what happened here, and I'll try to be louder than the dogs. Months and months ago, the developer came forth with a rezoning request for this area. The area fell under the comprehensive plan for Carmel as R1 zoning and parks and recreation space. R1 zoning means that they would have been allotted to do certain things back there, which, as I'm told, would have equated to about 28 homes. The PUD, in my opinion, is just an attempt to subjugate our zoning laws to try to accomplish a higher density in zoning. Now, the developer would like us to believe that there's other reasons why the PUD is being used, but those reasons are actually to benefit the developer, again, not to benefit our community. Again, a little bit more history is there was a conversation that happened not long ago that outlined what a PUD is and what a PUD is not. Now, I keep using the term PUD. Some people use the term PUD. That stands for Plan Unit Development. And it's not totally clear what a PUD actually is and what a PUD should be by definition. It shouldn't necessarily meet 7 criteria, if you will. But what a PUD is in its most simplest form is it should be mixed use and mixed density. What we are confident a PUD is not is when a PUD is used to accomplish zoning that shouldn't have happened otherwise. In this example, 43 plus units on an area that should have only been allowed for 28 units. Now, if they would have thrown in mixed density or mixed use, then I could say, okay, well, at least that's a PUD. But in this case, they didn't. Another point in this whole argument, or this perfect storm, if you will, is our city council outlined a comprehensive plan that outlined what space should be used. They made the decision about this. This wasn't a decision that was forced upon them. They made this decision. Now they're overturning that decision. You know, there's a lot of things that happened during this course of time, one of which the staff and the DOC should have gone to the Parks Department and said, hey, before we get too far down the road, this fellows Parks and Rec space. Would you like to bring it to the Parks Board and make a decision or pass a resolution on the issue? That didn't happen. Once the process got started, it was a bit too late. In fact, the executive director, Mark Westermeyer, has taken the stance that he's afraid to get too involved in the process because he doesn't want to be litigated for stepping on a developer and a landowner's shoes. In my opinion, it should have never gotten that far, and still yet, the Parks Board has not made a decision about this. Most recently, our Park Board president told a city councilor that he wasn't interested in the space. He was speaking for himself, he was not speaking for the full board. So again, to add to the perfect storm, you have city councilors making decisions based on recommendations from 1 or 2 people in the Parks Department, not the full Parks Board. To say that I feel frustrated, and if the children can earmuff it, to say I feel pissed off would be vastly understating this whole thing. This is it. I don't know what else that we can do other than go back there and enjoy the space and share the space with our children and everybody just kind of have a good time today. I know that people probably have questions about what I'm talking about, or if people have questions, more detailed questions about the history or what left can we do, please just pull me aside or ask questions or let's talk while we're doing this. But I think the most important thing we can do today is all of us let's just enjoy the lake, because honestly, this may be the last time a group of people really get to do that sort of thing. I'm not saying the fight's over, it's not. I think we all have a dog in this fight, and I think we'll all just keep chugging along. I don't know what else to do. I'm not the praying type, but at this point, all we can do is pray. I brought a rabbi.
I am the praying type, and I've been praying about it all along.
Maybe Rabbi Paul, maybe you could just, do you have a prayer for us or something? Or like a prayer for the lake? for something good for us? Just a quickie? Yeah.
Praise eternal our God, for everything comes from your being.
Thanks, Rabbi Paul. And without further ado, we have a couple of expedition leaders. I saw that there are some expedition equipment. There are some expedition canines. There's an expedition big stick. I hope everybody's ready to get muddy and have fun. And don't hesitate to ask questions. And mostly, like I said, let's just enjoy the morning. I try to say. Yeah, sure, buddy. Kind of coincidentally, this has been used as a park for a long time. Everybody has a story about using this as a park. I'll go on camera. I've already said it.
Perfect.
I did stuff back here that was against the law when you were a certain age. and I never actually got in the lake. What the heck? I'm doing it now.
All right.
Now is the time to do it. It's actually surprisingly warm.
In the water with doggies.
The dogs are absolutely. I swam in the lake. It was awesome.
Just now?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's your idea about turning this into a park? How does that work?
Well, there's a couple of things. It all comes down to cost recovery. So one of the things that that the city, the people in the city have asked for is, well, an environmental center. And I think, when I think of environmental center, I no longer think of like stuffed raccoons and stuffed deers. I'm thinking an urban ecology center. Something that helps people understand maybe how to put a garden in their yard, or teaches people about recycling, or responsible packaging, or I mean, there's probably a place for a stuffed raccoon and a stuffed deer, but
So what about the money? How does that work?
well, the money is a couple of different things. The first question is, how do you come up with the money for this space? And we had the Secretary of the Interior here recently. I don't know if you saw that in the news. She was here just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And she was here because she was really excited about the fact that we had used some federal funds in the 90s to create flowing well park.
Oh.
Okay?
You mean refurbish it?
Create the park.
Create the park.
Right.
Okay.
So the park was created from federal funds that were granted under the premise of protecting wetlands, or protecting waterways and land.
Okay.
She was here just 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
She was saying that they really want to continue that program and put more money into that sort of thing in the country, and extend the program for another 50 years. I can't think of a better place for them to do that again in Carmel.
So are you thinking?
That would be. I'm sorry, I didn't really answer your question. That would be to buy this space.
All right, so Carmel would buy it. This is Carmel now, isn't it? Okay, so Carmel would buy it along with federal funds or state funds.
And there's actually township money available right now to purchase land.
And would that equal the price that she could get as a private sale?
Yes.
I don't know if this goes in.
Would she buy that?
Yes.
Oh, she would?
Yes.
No kidding.
Yes.
Huh.
Coincidentally, she's always felt like this would be a great park space.
I call it like a gem, because it's like a park where you can go and you don't have to have a dog on a leash, and you don't have to worry about joggers.
Right. I've been calling it a gem for similar reasons, more along the lines of we don't have this anywhere else. This is a once in a Carmel lot, if you will, right?
And this right here.
Yeah. Gone. Yeah, this is where they are planning to put the neighborhood. Good hug. Give it a nice big hug. Good hug. Good tree huggers. And today, what did I learn? I learned that there's a lot of junk back there. We need to have another expedition and clean it up, even if it is going to become a neighborhood. I think that I learned that there's some really cool trails back there. I couldn't believe how just kind of neat the space is without needing any really maintenance. The lake is not that gross. I swam next to a toilet seat and it's still not that gross. And if I didn't say it, it's abundantly clear. People are using it. It's a park. I mean, call it what you want to call it, but it's a park. People are using it. And I think everybody had a good time. I mean, everybody looked sweaty and a little bit dirty and happy. And I'm psyched that we made it happen.
We're invested in it. Thank you.
Couldn't miss it.
Appreciate everything and